everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be back here. So today we are playing with some makeup and we are doing a video that surprisingly I haven't done at all. I have, but I never actually put it out because I was shy. But anyway, yeah, so it's a beauty line that I've never touched on before, but it's been raved about and raved about and raved about, and now I somehow have pretty much everything in my collection. So I was like, you know what, why don't I do a full face of this line? And I haven't said what it is because I put it in the title, and I'll just say it now, Fenty Beauty. So I was like, why don't I just do a video with all the stuff and see how they kind of all come together. I've been using it, so I already know how they come together, and spoiler alert, I love it. But I thought, you know, let's just play with some makeup. So when I'm buying makeup, as you can tell, I have dark circles, or what they call raccoon eyes. What I call raccoon eyes. So concealers are really, really, really important to me. Not so much foundations because I don't have that much scarring, but concealers are a big thing. So what I'm gonna try today is I have the foundation. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter 330. I have the concealer. This is also 330. I have the, hold that thought. Okay, I also have Trophy Wife, and there it is, that's what I was looking for. I have Trophy Wife and Mean Mugging and Hustler Baby. These are the highlighters. And then I have for lips, I have Unbutton. This is the Stunner Lip Paint. So the only things I don't have are the, I also have this. So this is one of the eyeshadow palettes that she released, one of the first ones. This is the Galaxy palette, and they are like supposed to be like eyeshadow toppers. So they're not super pigmented on their own, but they go over like a shadow. So I'm going to use this as well. So yeah, I was saying the only things I don't have are the crayon concealer and contour sticks, and some of the other lip stain things. So I'm gonna use my own bronzer. So everything else is gonna be Fenty Beauty, but I'm gonna use my own bronzer. So to start off, because I'm not doing a detailed eye or anything, I'm gonna just use the foundation. So my thoughts on this foundation is I actually really like it. It stays on all day. It's one of the few foundation I've tried that doesn't actually move, but because it dries so quick, I can't dot my whole face how I usually would. I have to do each bit in sections, otherwise it won't blend as smooth. So one of the negatives of this foundation is that it oxidizes. So you think it's your shade, but then you leave it on your face for a couple of minutes and it goes one shade more orange, which isn't always very nice. All in all, I do love this foundation though, and I would say I got a pretty good shade match to my skin. Even when it oxidizes, it looks a bit yellow at first, but it's actually like my color. And it's like medium to full coverage, so it's definitely buildable. But as you can see, my face already looks a lot more like matte. Like it's a matte finish. It's not dewy, it's matte. Okay, so moment of truth as far as I'm concerned. What I'm doing next is I'm using the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. This is in 330. So the way this works in the collection is basically when you get your foundation match, there's then 2 shades of concealer that you could go with, either a correcting concealer or a brightening concealer. I had already got a brightening concealer from Huda Beauty, which I will do another video on. So I figured, why don't I get a correcting concealer and see. So this is supposed to be like a proper shade match. Let's see how it goes. It's really nice and creamy. Like really nice and creamy. And I'm just taking that right up into my inner corners. And I prefer using a brush now because it gives me a lot like fuller coverage than using a beauty blender at first, because I feel like that absorbs too much of the product. This, unlike the foundation, doesn't dry as quick. It's a lot more like forgiving and a lot like way more moisturizing. And so for people like me who have to use like a fair bit of sorry, I'm doing this, I'm trying to move away from the camera, like out of the camera to the mirror. People like me who use a fair bit of concealer underneath our eyes to correct, you know, we need it to be quite pigmented and not to dry so quick. So yeah, so as much as this is supposed to be corrective, it still has a slightly brightening effect, and I just really like it. Like, look, my circles have literally pretty much disappeared, guys, like vanished. Like, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. So obviously brushes leave slight streak marks, so I'm just gonna use my damp beauty blender and just tie everything together. Okay, so a trick that I have is so as to not let under your eyes crease at all. Right after you've blended, don't wait too long to put your setting powder on. So the setting powder I'm using today is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder, Pro Filter Setting Powder. This is in the shade Banana. So this powder actually comes in a few shades, so they'll color match you to your foundation. So I was color matched to the shade Banana. So I'm just gonna put some of this on my damp beauty blender, and I'm gonna press in on the corners, but then be really light-handed everywhere else. So that gives you that inner corner like glow. Do you know what I mean? But to be honest, I was a bit heavy-handed here. I'm usually not this heavy-handed. It's more like that. So I let that sit for a minute. And then what I also like to do is I go back in with my concealer brush and go underneath where my contour line would be, so as to just give me help with that dimension just a little bit. So you see, it gives me like an instant contour, and then I'm gonna put some powder on there just to define that a lot more. I'm gonna give this a minute to sit, and while that's going on, I'm gonna work on my eyes a little bit. This is the NYX matte bronzer in the shade Medium. I'm just I tend to use this as a slight crease color when I don't want to do a whole eyeshadow look. So I just go in the top crease of my eye, and it just gives my eye like a little bit of character, so it's not just dud. Okay, so the next Fenty Beauty product I'm going to be using is the Galaxy palette, and just to tie this in, I'm going to go in with this chocolate brown. No, I'm going to go in with this gold shimmer, and I'm just going to put this all over my crease, and then all over my lid, and then I think I might go in my crease with this brown shade, but I'm not quite sure yet. Oh no, this actually came out really nice. Really pretty gold. Okay, just to give my eyes a little bit more character again, I'm going in with a black eyeliner. This is Trooper Black by Kat Von D, and this is the tattoo liner. Okay, that's done, and I'm going to wipe this off now because it's been on for way too long. I hope I haven't overbaked. I'm using, this is the buffing brush from Real Techniques. I like this because it's dense, so it can properly like pick up the excess powder. It's not just fluffing it around your face. Guys, my face looks like photo finish flawless. I do have a slight shadow still, so I probably should have put maybe one more layer of concealer on, but for one layer I think. I also have a dark line. What is that? Yeah, so I wish I would have put on one more layer of shadow, but because I'm tired you can really see my bags underneath my eyes. But for coverage, like, this is pretty good, I think. Okay, so I need to go ahead and put some color back into my face because I'm looking like a ghost. I'm gonna start first off by contouring my nose, going back in with that NYX bronzer, and just going like right on the tip of my, like the edge of the bridge. You don't want to go like right at the side, otherwise you're just gonna make your nose look even bigger than it was before you contoured, which is a no bueno. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put one layer of setting spray on my face just for all this to melt because I'm looking a bit white. This is just the MAC Prep and Prime setting spray, the Fix Plus. Give that a second to work into my skin and I'm already looking a lot more alive. Like I couldn't keep looking at myself like that. It was a bit crazy. This is pretty much these are pretty much the only places I can influence. Sometimes I use a cream contour, but because I'm just putting on makeup for filming purposes, I'm not doing like a full-on look. I didn't really think it was necessary. Next, I'm just going to take some black eyeliner. This is the Maybelline Colossal Kajal Extra Black Waterproof Eyeliner. A mouthful, I know, but this eyeliner is really black. Okay, if you've watched any of my other videos, you've heard me rave about the fact that this eyeliner comes with this like smudge tip. Because I don't like this straight line underneath my eyes with eyeliner. I hate it. So I always like do a little smudge thing. So I'm really glad that this, I don't have to get a brush. I can just use this. Eyeliner done. Okay, so guys, I've just gone ahead and put on some baby lashes. They're just the Ardell Demi Wispies. So I put them on off camera because it's just quite a tedious exercise. And put on some mascara underneath that. What else do I need to do on my face? So next I need to do highlighter and I need to do my lips. And I need to put some mascara underneath my eyes. So for highlighter, the best way to do it for me... Oh, no, I also want to put on some blush because I feel like this look just needs some color. The blush I have from Fenty Beauty is Mean Mugging and Hustler Baby, which is this. So Mean Mugging and Hustler Baby looks like this. Unfortunately, I think this blush shade is just too pale for me. I don't like it, but I will try the highlight. So I'm gonna use my NYX bronzer. This one is Double Dare. It's more of a coral color, and I just find that coral kind of just looks better on my skin. For my blush brush, I'm just using the JH04 brush. I'm just gonna go into this ever so lightly. Smile. Like I literally don't go overboard with blush at all. I just put a little bit just to make me look like kind of alive. So before I put this on, I'm gonna go ahead and just put on the highlighter on my face. And I like my face to be spritzed when I put on my highlighter. It just makes it absorb into your skin a lot better. I use a lot of setting spray. It just makes your makeup look so much more natural. So. Okay, so I get my face wet enough that it lasts for like a minute. This is one of my favorite highlighters and it's so cheap and so easy to get. It's from Sephora. It's called the Delicate Glow 01. It's like a it's not quite champagne, it's almost kind of rose gold, but it looks so good. I can find my highlight brush and my face is getting a little bit dry. But okay, this is it. This is the JH09. It's like a little fluffy brush. It's not too big, it's not too small. So I just go in and I put this color goes right on the high points of my cheeks to give me that, you know, sunlight glow. Sun-kissed. So that glow that makes you look like the light is always hitting the high points of your face and gives your cheekbones this thing. Okay, now we are going in with both of these, which is Trophy Wife and Mean Mugging and Hustler Baby. And the way we're gonna do it is, it's gonna be highlight overkill, but I love it. I'm gonna take my fan brush on Trophy Wife, and I'm just gonna like do the Rihanna swoop. I saw her do this tutorial when Trophy Wife first came out, is to just swoop it like that. Like create a little crescent moon on your face, just a little. Because you know Trophy Wife is very pigmented, so it's the kind of thing that when people are close to you and they're looking at you, they'll see the sparkles. And with Trophy Wife, I also like to just put this like on my body. Going back in with that highlight brush and the sparkly color, I'm gonna smile and sort of highlight the points of my cheeks. I'm putting this over that blush because it just makes your cheeks look a little bit fuller. So when you smile, see, your cheeks just look kind of like apple-y. Okay, so now that that's all on, oh wait, I forgot something. I'm gonna take that highlight again. I'm gonna use my finger and just go right here, right here, right here, but I like these to be, make sure they're blended, so they're supposed to be quite subtle. So you don't need your nose highlight to be blinding. You just need it to be very subtle. Because if it's too big, you're gonna make your nose look bigger than how it looked before. So anyway, now I'm gonna go in with some setting spray again just to lock all of this in together. While that's drying, I'm just gonna take my lip liner and my Unbutton, the Stunner Lip Paint and Unbutton. This eyeliner is just an lip liner I've had for a while. It's just a Rimmel. The name's ripped off. It's just a brown, so just your regular brown eyeliner, lip liner. It's pretty much what I'm using. Okay, moment of truth. It's quite a strong color, so you can't put too much on. Well, on my skin tone anyway, it'll just wash me out. So I just put a little bit, and then I'm gonna fill this back in with some lip liner just to make it blend together. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I actually love how it came out, and I hope you guys did too. I'm super impressed with the line, the eyeshadows, the foundation. I'm super impressed with the concealer in particular, because it takes a lot for me to try a new concealer, and one that gives me this much coverage without really packing it on is just like fantastic. And I think the foundation has like set into my skin really good. I like this color, this lip color. You know, I like the gold on my eyes. So all in all, I'm really impressed with the way it's set and the way everything like finished on my face. The powder definitely rivals Laura Mercier's powder for me. Like, I never thought I'd try something else, but this really is doing it. So I would actually give everything coming together a solid like 8, 9 out of 10, because I don't really have any complaints. I used to hate the foundation, and now I absolutely love it. So I think maybe when you use the stuff together, it works better than if you use it separately. I don't know. Okay, but thanks for watching my video, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. But before you leave, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and leave a comment if you have something nice to say. If you don't have something nice to say, just leave. Alright guys, bye, and thanks for watching.